Hello, YouTube. Oh man, I told you guys if I hit 300, I give away money. Well, I hit 300 today. So next Wednesday, I don't think I'm on duty. Next Wednesday, everybody pick a number between 1 and 100. I think 45 and I don't know. Look back through my lives. You'll see which video's been posted. If you post one, I'll say no, somebody's already got it. I'll start writing them down tomorrow when I get home. Everybody, if you're subscribed, pick a number between 1 and 100. And in the week, we'll pick a random drawing and give away $50. Somehow or another, I'll get it to you. It don't matter. Had one guy didn't believe it. He's like, give it to somebody else. I had another drawing. I don't remember who won the first one. I remember who won the second one. We'll see who wins the third one anyway. Yeah, I do this all the time. What's I gonna tell you? I had made a video. Well, I was gonna make a video. What's I gonna tell you about? I told you guys that a long time ago. I lived 4 hours from Oklahoma City, about 238, 240 miles. Anyway, I can name. I've always been able to name every single place. I can take you back to every single place I've ever lived. We moved a lot of places, except Oklahoma City. I could not tell you at all because I was a kid. There was 2 places in Oklahoma City that we lived, and I couldn't tell you where they was at. And then one day, probably not even a year ago, I was up here, and I remembered from my house, we faced the back of some buildings. And that's all I remember. It was like a street, and a street that went up this way. We were at the bottom of the street, and then there was just the back of some buildings. And I asked my wife, who's from there, and then her folks said, "Oh, that sounds like over on Dumas." Never heard of Dumas in my life. So I went and looked all over Dumas. I didn't see anything on the maps. I sat down with Google Maps, and I started looking. I didn't see anything, Dumas. And I got to think about it again. I forgot about it. I got to think about it again. I remember just down the road a little ways, there was a Whataburger, McDonald's, some apartments where my friend lives, some 2-story apartments. And I remember some railroad tracks because a car had hit a train. A dude was drunk and a train was coming. He's turning, he hit the train. So I remember it was real close. So I get on Google Maps. I'll go to Oklahoma City. Now, you can do the same thing. You can go on Oklahoma City and zoom out and see where the railroad tracks are. And then you just literally follow the tracks like I did. And then see how many times a road crosses railroad tracks in Oklahoma City. You can imagine I had my work cut out for me. So, for whatever reason, I started on the left-hand side. And I kind of, zoom, and I went and I did Google Maps, where you drop in, you look around, and I'm telling you, I found this place. I found the railroad tracks. I found where it happened. There's like a great big hill going up over it, and I was like, "Holy shit!" So in Google Maps, you can pretend like you're driving. I turned left, and I went forward. I saw a big brown building, and I was like, "I remember that big. That was a church. It was a church." So I backed up, and I went down a street called Southwest 29th Place. And I'd be damned if I didn't find my house that I lived in when I was a kid. And you wouldn't believe this. Whatever, Stoltz, I'm going to say. Southwest 29th and Stoltz in Oklahoma City, like 4 blocks over, was Dumas. Is exactly what I described. And I didn't know how to find it, so whatever. So anyway, my wife and I went to Oklahoma City for whatever reason. And I said, "Hey, I want to go over and I want to find this place where I used to live." She said, "Okay." So man, we went there, and it's not the place I grew up in, I'll tell you that. Shit changes. 40 some odd years. So it's not a good neighborhood anymore. It probably wasn't very good anyway. It was the neighborhood is called Air Park, I think it was. Anyway, So she says, hey, my aunt used to live like right over here across the way, 3 or 4 blocks, and she's talking about walking. And so we go over and we look around and we can't find it, or maybe we did find it. She said she had to walk, and it's about the same time we lived there, maybe a year or two later. But she lived maybe like 2 streets over, maybe a half a mile from me, not at the same time. Like there's no chance of us meeting each other. And I was like 4 or 5, 6, 7, I wasn't very old. So we get over there, and I'm trying to get back, the way I come through, the way I know. Look, I told you there's 2 places I lived, and I didn't have any idea where the other one was. The other one's by a big old park. That's all I remembered. Well, anyway, I went to pull out this damn truck. I don't know if it was turning in front of me or turned in front of me. I was trying to pull out, or maybe I thought it was turning and it was going straight, or however the hell it was. Anyway, instead of going straight and cutting back to the left like I wanted to, I think this truck was coming, and it just, for whatever reason, I had to turn right. I was like, son of a bitch. I remember why I had to turn right. Anyway, it put me way back out on the 240 loop, which I didn't want to be on a 240 loop. So I have to go way back up north, come right back down. And I'm driving, I'm like, this shit, I hate driving in Oklahoma City. And I look over, and there's these apartments I remember as a kid. And I'm like, I told her, I said, there's the apartment. She's like, okay. She said, I've never been over here. I don't know anything about this part. And again, we're way north of where we left off Dumas, way north of Dumas. Like we're on the north side now. I said, if there's a big brown building over here, I'll be damned there wasn't a big brown building right there. I said, I got to get off. So I exited. Man, I'm telling y'all, when we exited to get back to that brown building, I was exactly 1.5 blocks from where I lived right here. I'm like, holy shit. So the brown building is only 2 blocks from where I remember living. So I go back over and I found the other place I lived. I told you all that to tell you this. About 3 years ago, when I was riding with an MC, 7CN out of Durant, I had rode over to Atoka to hang out with them. I wasn't even patched in yet, I was just a hang around. So I rode up to Atoka to do a Veterans Day thing. Then we rode to Durant, and then we all drove to McKinney, some little bar to have lunch. It was just a ride, and it was nothing. And then we came back up, and they wanted to go to White Rock to a bar. I've never been to White Rock, don't know anything about it. And instead of going like across and up, they went up, straight back up, and then cut across at a weird angle. And instead of coming across the main road, they took a little back road into White Rock. I don't know the name of the road. And so you've got all these bikers just vroom, 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 down this little side road. And we stopped at a little flashing light because you had to stop. A bunch of cops, you have to stop. And it's like flea mart, antique shop. And I was like, man, I've got to, and before I could do anything, remember anything, we got to go again. And they rode fast, so I had to ride fast. Got back home, went back up, went back up to Durant, come back through Achille, back down to Bells, cut back across. I was going to go to Paris and see my girls on the way back home rather than go across through Hugo. I was going to go see my daughters, Alex and Katie. And so I did, and it was just a nice ride, and I saw them. And they gave me a card, and I lost the card, and I was mad as hell because I lost the card because my little thing flew up and I lost it, whatever, out of my saddlebags. And got rained on again, and just it wasn't a good trip. So for whatever reason, I said, hey, and I drew myself a little map, and I don't remember drawing it on the Google thing, and for some reason I screenshot it, and like a year ago, I'm trying to think, where's this place I went, shit, I don't know. So I'm on Street View, I'm looking around, I don't know. Well, the other day I saw that screenshot popped up, and I'm like, what the hell? I don't know how that screenshot got here. Interesting. So I plot it back out, and I'm like, logically, it's not McKinney, you know, it wasn't, we come through Sherman, Denison, you know, I've been all over that place. The only thing I remember doing was going over towards, I thought it was Whitesboro. Turns out it was Whitewright. So I'm literally on Google Maps, you know, looking for like little flashing stoplights. And then I remember the road had split, kind of went this way and then split. So you got like the oncoming, incoming. And I remember looking across. I found that place, y'all. I found it tonight. I just found it like 30 minutes ago. It's in Whitewright, about 2 hours from here. And I think it's 3 years. I think a couple of them might be closed. But I went on Street View and I looked across, like, it's exactly the way I remember it. It's exactly where I remember. So I know where it's at now. So anyway, told you all that to tell you all that. You guys haven't seen me on live. Charlie pulled up today, and I saw his tire was flat. I'll be the good guy. I'm gonna air it up for him. I went to air the damn thing up, and his valve stem broke off in the air up thing, and the whole tire just went flat. I said, well, shit. And that's why it was leaking, apparently. I told you guys the other day I was going down there to put some transmission fluid in his car, and I did. And down at the side with a big long funnel, it turned out there's a plug right on top that nobody knows anything about. The internet says it don't have that, so now we can just fill it up anytime we want to. Still don't know why it's leaking. We can put stop leak in it now because it's got a filler. Anyway, he had to go buy another tire. I felt like an asshole. Bought Tom some harmonicas. Apparently he had to buy a whole set. I had no idea. They're in different keys. I didn't know that either. Bought Tom some harmonica. He loves them. So next time we play, he won't be like, man, it sounds like shit. He won't try to find one he can play that sounds good because he's got a bunch of brand new ones. Charlie gave away his guitar. I got another one for him. No big deal. Hit 300. Told you guys we're having a giveaway. I'm supposed to go to St. Louis this weekend. Don't know if I'm going to freaking go or not because it's going to rain like hell. Jesus Christ, I can't catch a break. Cannot catch a stinking break. I'm not bitching. I'm just telling you guys what's going on. Every time I plan something, it don't work out. Supposed to go last weekend. I had planned to go last weekend. Got on work, caught up. Oh, can't go. Her folks are coming down from Oklahoma City. Oh, son of a bitch. Turns out they didn't come down, so lost that one. God, it was a pretty weekend too. And so now it's supposed to rain literally from Dallas to St. Louis. Making my eye twitch. Got my motor traded over, my pump traded over on my jet rodder. Got a bunch of jobs tomorrow. Got to go help a buddy of mine up north, and I don't go up north. But for him, I'll go, maybe. Maybe. Got my bulbs fixed, got my tires put on. I don't know, man. I got a bunch of shit going on. Other than that, just hanging out, playing guitar. Got my little karaoke system thing set up. Gabe wants to karaoke all the time. I'm just not a big karaoke guy. I'm just not. I mean, I'll play guitar, we'll hang out, we'll sing, we'll play. I'm just not a sit back and listen to the same person sing repeatedly. I'm not. I don't go to karaoke. Well, I mean, if I did, it'd be a whole bunch of different people singing. Like, I can't hear the same person sing all the time. I can't do it. I don't even listen to the same band all the time. That's just how it is. Nothing against Gabe at all. It's just, I'm not a karaoke guy. I don't go to the bars to listen to karaoke. I don't have karaoke at my house. If it's a party, it's something different. But I can't sit around and watch one person sing. Especially if they don't play an instrument. What else? Man, I guess that's it. 14 minutes. We're definitely having a drawing in a week. I'm definitely giving away $50. If you're watching this and you decided to subscribe, that's fine. I hit 300. I didn't say, oh, everybody, I mean, yeah. If I hit 400, hell, we'll do it again tomorrow. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna hit 100 overnight. You know what I mean? Every time I hit 100, I'm gonna give away $50. I hit 1,000. If I ever hit 1,000, give away $100. Just kind of a little thank you for putting up with me. Appreciate everybody that's been watching, everybody that's been tuning in regular. Miss Sheila, Blake, Miss Vicky, Miss Bonnie. She might see this. I don't know. I think she said. I think everybody saw Facebook went live the other day. It was a real good time. So yeah, I may go live tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna tag this one. We hit 300, $50. Thank y'all for watching. Love you to death. Have a good night. Catch you in the next one.